Tony D and Little Joan with a screenwriter's rant on the Pope's Exorcist, starring Russell Crowe as the Pope's Exorcist and his adventures. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. Links in the description. Comedy horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys. Books 1 through 10 available at Amazon.com. Don't forget Kindle Unlimited is free. He is a bad exorcist. He works for the Pope, and he don't take any guff from no council of bishops. Hey, you want to talk to me? You want to order me around? You ask my boss, the Pope. That's kind of like what the movie's like. It's Russell Crowe with an accent, based on a real guy. He's got all the Vatican secrets, secret tunnels and secret rooms and possession and all kinds of crazy effects. Oh, this looks crazy. It looks nuts. And then, of course, at the end, he finds out that the Vatican has fought this devil before. Oh, yeah. I'm down for this. I'm totally down for this. I mean, look, these movies, they exaggerate, I think, a great deal of what's happened. But the interesting thing is they cite some stats in here. I don't know how true they are. Oh, 90% of his cases don't require an exorcism. They require something else, like a lawyer or a psychiatrist or whatever. Here he is imagining seeing the Virgin Mary, but then it's really the demon. April 14th, exclusively in movie theaters. This is a movie to see in movie theaters. It's going to be a spectacular, tons of effects here, but in a cool way, churches, old churches, and books, and the Vatican, secrets, and demons, and Russell Crowe. I'm totally down for it. All right, so first act, it's going to be he's an exorcist who plays by his own rules. I worked some of the Vatican into the Pineys. I had a mention of them. I gotta bring them back at some point. Obviously, they would be mentioned because the Pineys always fight devils. So, yeah, the first act, he's a bad he's a badass priest, and he's the Pope's personal exorcist. And we question your motives. Don't tell me how to exorcist. That's what it is. Turn in your Bible and your badge. I'll just go rogue. That's kind of what it is. And I guarantee he goes rogue. And then, there's the moment where, because the devils and demons always know something, they get secret hell information. They always know stuff about you, and they use that to test you. And then they tell him he's been betrayed. And so I think the first act is all about how he's rogue. And it probably starts with one of his cases being the kid's just crazy or whatever. Then they get this word, there's this real case, and then the Pope calls him in, and the Pope's been protecting him all this time, but this is different. This is different. So he goes out there, and this kid's possessed, and I don't know, the demon, normally they don't show the demon actually killing people. In this, they're going to show that, right? So I think he kills his mom and his sister or whatever, and then probably kills the kid. I don't know. Or maybe they capture the kid. I don't know. And then so he starts digging in the Vatican records and finds all in the second act and finds all this secret information. And but then people are turning against him, and the young priest who's with him, who's training underneath him, of course. They're doing some digging, and then they find this secret room in the Vatican, and they went after this demon before years ago, and it's going to expose secrets in the Vatican too, and so some of those Vatican guys don't want that. So it's all this intrigue and stuff. And then the third act is going to be a battle between him and the demon, as the demon tries to possess him and tempt him, and he has to stick stay true to his faith in order to beat the demon. And it looks like it's going to be spectacular. Like, it's not going to be boring. Look, the original Exorcist, highly recommend. Great movie. But it's not a spectacular like this, right? The stuff that happens in that movie, like, they do it in such a way that you feel like it could happen, or that it happened, but the explanation could be very grounded because it's very 70s, so there's not all these big effects or anything. But it's an intense film. It's very gritty, very very like human kind of movie, and rough. It's a rough movie if you watch it. This feels more like the Marvel U version of The Exorcist, where it's like people and figures from, a mythos, in this case the Bible, being unleashed with superpowers. But it looks fun. I mean, it looks scary and kind of thrilling, I should say. I shouldn't say it looks fun. It's not meant to be fun in that sense. But I kind of like Russell Crowe's character. I like he's doing an accent. The role fits him. He's heavier now. But he's still got that gravitas. He's acting the hell out of this movie. So I'll totally go see it. Yeah, I'd see this movie. The Pope's Exorcist. Sure. Let's see if they got it right up here. Oh, here we go. Russell Crowe, The Pope's Exorcist, inspired by the true story of Father Gabriel Amorth, the chief exorcist at the Vatican. The Pope's Exorcist is exclusively in movie theaters April 14th. It follows him as he investigates a young boy's terrifying possession and ends up uncovering a centuries-old conspiracy the Vatican has desperately tried to keep hidden. Directed by Julius Avery, screenplay by Michael Petroni and Evan Spiliopoulos. I think I'm saying that right. Yeah. Oh, screen story by Michael Petroni and R. Dean McKeary and Chester Hastings, based on the books. Okay, I figured this was a book. An exorcist tells his story, and an exorcist more stories by the actual person, Father Gabriel Amorth. I think I'm saying that right. I wonder if he's still alive. So, yeah, true stories. On top of everything else, sure. That's only going to add to the mystique, right? Oh, they say some of this is true. So yeah. So it feels like there's a ton of detail here, and I mean, I think Russell Crowe can carry this. I think this would be a good movie. I do. All right, great. I'm going to give it an upvote. What do you think of that? Rare upvote from me. And that's it for me, Tony D, and Little Joan. I will be at Lunacy Brewing today, 7 p.m. That's in Audubon, New Jersey. So come on out, have an IPA, as they say, a flight. They call it a flight. I learned that. And I'll tell you all how to hunt the Jersey Devil. See, we're in similar works. We hunt the devils. You gotta hunt them. All right, we'll see you in the next one.